Your destination, a secret outpost at the top of the world.
The soul of Detroit.
Take her up.
Your orders, get there before the Russians. On board, one of these men is a saboteur who is determined to stop you.
Oh, I've already vouched for Mr.
Windsor.
As for me, you can safely eliminate me.
Why?
Oh, you must.
Why?
Biological absurdity. Haven't you forgotten, Captain? I'm in charge of this operation. Those orders come to you from your chief
M.L. Elric.
and direct to him from your president. So before we go any further, I suggest that you get me there, put another torpedo up the spout, blow a hole in the ice, and get me there!
You ass interrogator, you bring her out of my face. It's gone.
What are you doing? Come on.
That is not paid for by them. That is paid for by the people of Detroit.
You might be qualified, ML.
I'm not qualified for this job.
Let me tell you something. You want to go right now? Okay? You want to go right now, Albert?
Hey kids, it's your old pal ML Elric, and I feel like I've just come back from Ice Station Zebra while everybody else was warm and cozy and getting ready for the Super Bowl. I was traveling back from Quebec City where a small band of American, an expeditionary force, if you will, took on the Canadian military and fought to a tie. And I'm proud to have represented our country. You know,
Only you would do.
very small show of American strength. While everybody else is talking about taking Greenland, we planted the flag in Quebec City.
Wait, did you not watch the Super Bowl?
No.
You didn't watch any of it?
No. And that's our young friend,
You were so un-American.
Erika Erickson, who is back.
Oh, yeah. Hi.
So for those of you who have been wondering, where is Erika, where is Sean? And the rumor
It's
about
been a minute.
the Erika and Sean are the same person rumor has come back, but now we're here to
it's-
squash it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you're different people. Did you guys really, in this light, you don't even look alike.
I don't know. I still think the rumor is pretty strong here. We're not in the same room.
Can you not change the subject from the fact that you didn't watch the Super Bowl?
sorry.
Yeah, don't deflect.
Oh, yeah, no. In fact, we had guys who went on this. This is like an annual trip. These guys
So
have been playing
weird.
hockey in Quebec City against this Canadian military team for years, and guys changed their flight so they would get back in time for Super Bowl parties. So we had some guys getting up at 3 a.m. on Sunday.
Yeah, normal people.
To fly out of Quebec City, change flights. I don't know how many times because there's no direct flights between Quebec City and Detroit, so they could get home in time to watch the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, my flight's scheduled to land at 7:30 in Windsor. I'm like, hit the duty free, get a bottle, come home, unpack my bag, crash. And I understand the game was over probably while I was picking up my
It
bag.
wasn't a good game. The commercials were terrible. I didn't care for the halftime show, but
Yeah,
it's still
I
the
think
Super
overall
Bowl.
It's kind of boring.
Yeah, but it's still the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I never
Are the
really got
worst?
into the
Oh.
Super Bowl. Yeah,
Wait, never?
no.
Oh.
This is so
Wow.
odd, really?
And I think the worst Super Bowl of all times, two of the worst Super Bowl of all times were in
Wait,
Detroit.
I thought you never watched.
I don't, but I remember in 1981 when they had Super Bowl 16, how terrible the weather was. And it was just like, it was like an
But the
Arctic
game
blast.
was indoor.
The game was indoors,
yeah.
but nobody could get there because the Silverdome was like impossible to navigate. And then for Super Bowl XL, that was my second month at Channel 4, and I was assigned to just be on the street and talk to people. And at that time, we still weren't doing stories on our phones, so you would just phone in and do like a radio interview to the TV station about what's going on out on the streets of Detroit during the Super Bowl, when it was also epically frigid.
What year was that?
It's
That was
20 years ago, right?
2006.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
You were doing a report on your phone?
No,
No,
phone?
you
we
couldn't
weren't.
do it. Yeah.
So I'm a TV reporter driving around town calling in. So it's like I worked for a radio station.
Why were you calling in?
Because they wanted everybody. This was
Because the boss said
this
to
is
call
when
in.
Neil Goldstein was the news director, and his thing was always, we're going to own every event. We're the big event station. And I think they were broadcasting it on another station. So his plan was, we will have such saturation coverage of the Super Bowl that people who tune in will stay tuned to Channel 4 thinking the game would be on next, not realizing it's actually on CBS. So it was just, he wanted to steal the audience.
I think most people know what channel, or they'll figure it out pretty quickly.
Neil was...
I think that's always one of the most
he was an
Googled
evil
terms
genius.
Yep.
is what time does the Super Bowl start?
And what channel?
It's always been 6:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm too into it that I think it's weird that you don't watch the Super Bowl or
Not even a little bit of it.
Yeah, no, the game's always underwhelming.
No, it's not.
No, it's
what
not.
Are you talking about?
Really?
I mean, this year's was. So
Yeah, this year's was.
And last year's kind of a blowout. But the
year's-
previous year was great.
You can't say always underwhelming.
Not always. The last time the Seahawks played and lost, that was a great game. It right down to the last play, right?
Wait,
Yeah.
you talk about it like you watched.
It's also
that was 10 years
11,
ago.
11 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you okay?
I think that's one of those deals
I don't know why
where
I'm minding this, but
I went downstairs to get some food and I started watching it. But
I was going to ask you if you saw any of the commercials and what you thought, but that would be a no. Or the halftime performances.
no,
you didn't watch Bad Bunny. I mean, 130 million Americans did.
Yeah, I thought Bad Bunny was a cartoon, so I'm really behind. But I did know.
So weird.
I did know about the counter
Why is
programming.
he so weird, Mark?
The conservative
I don't
halftime
know.
show.
Okay, so you knew that. Did you watch that? The All-American halftime show?
Yeah, did you watch the other one?
They would not air the All-American halftime show in Canada. It was in a protest.
It was on YouTube.
Did you just make that up?
Are you this unresourceful?
Yeah, I did not see that.
What were you really doing? You were really doing something else that was strange that you don't want to tell us.
I just find this
I was
amazing
sitting
to
in
talk
an airport lounge.
to talk to someone that doesn't watch the Super Bowl or know any. Do you know what happened?
Ever. Not just this year, but ever.
Ever. Yeah.
I know that Michigan State quote-unquote
Oh my
alumni,
gosh.
Kenneth Walker the third,
Yeah, the guy from Georgia Tech.
was the MVP, and I was going to make college football my geek of the week just because how can we call him an alumni when I think he may have done like one, maybe 2 semesters at Michigan State? That does not qualify as alumni.
Well, those credits transfer. Maybe he got his diploma.
He's finishing it up at
He matriculated there.
at Seattle
He might not be an
University.
alumni, but he went there.
Did Tarek Skubal
Yeah,
write
that's
him a
not really
note?
fair to say. He got
Yeah.
in. He went.
Yeah. He did great for you.
He spent
Beat
some
Michigan,
time there.
right?
We're
He had
very
5
happy.
touchdowns against
Oh,
his
he's
the defensive
fantastic.
coordinator, who's now his head coach.
Ran all over Aiden Hutchinson, who was wrongly nominated for the Heisman ahead of Kenneth
Such
Walker.
a dick.
The third?
Why are you such a dick?
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I didn't watch it. I know what happened. I did monitor the situation from a remote location, but yeah, you know, we used to play hockey on Super Bowl Sundays. The league stopped having games on Super Bowl Sundays because you'd go there.
No one wants to go.
It would be 5 guys on 6 guys, so you're playing. Oh, that didn't sound right at all.
Oh,
But,
yeah. Wow.
but you'd play one shift. Every game would be one shift, 60 minutes. You played a whole game because there were no subs, and so everybody was always exhausted. And half the guys came there drunk, and if you had an early game, you tried to rush out of there to catch the game. So yeah, no, Super Bowl is just kind of, it's not really on my calendar. I'm sorry. But did you guys enjoy the game?
No, it was not a good game, and the ads sucked.
I thought it was
So
boring.
sounds like
Yeah.
I made the right call.
Well, I mean, I gamble, so I had no interest in it, no matter how bad the game was, right? But
Oh yeah, squares. That's a reason to watch.
not squares, but just you know. Well, I did have squares. I lost out on $2,000 on that 2-point conversion at the end when New England scored because I had 9 and 5. Like so, but that's amazing. I was still invested in the game.
I feel like you were invested for that $2,000, but
Oh,
that's just
100%.
me.
And,
I usually
both
watch-
quarterbacks throwing over 200 yards because I didn't hit till late, and Kenneth Walker the third scoring a touchdown anytime, which got called back on a holding penalty. See how great the sport is?
Yeah, you're not really talking me into it. Erica,
I usually
did you
watch for the
it?
halftime show and the
Okay.
commercials, which I thought both were just they were okay.
Yeah, you know what? That's okay. I want your opinion on the halftime show with Bad Bunny because it was so controversial because people are
I
full of.
did not think it needed to be that controversial. I just feel like people needed to make it that way. But
Erika, is there anything better than fake outrage?
I know, right?
I mean, that's really what started it because when Bad Bunny was announced, I'm like, okay, I know none of his songs. Oh well, okay,
well,
it's not
yeah.
for me. I don't care. But then I watched it and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. and I get it. I'm like, okay, those are sugar canes. This is Puerto Rico. He's Puerto Rican. It's a love letter to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Sure, but I have no idea what any of these words are. And then
What's with sugar canes in Puerto Rico?
That's like was their biggest agricultural export for years and years and
like
years.
Cuba.
Yeah, I mean, most of the Caribbean, it was sugar.
Okay.
Right? And rum and molasses and all that.
The triangle trade, very controversial.
Yeah, and he had these people in
We
trees
can't talk about
and
the
they were
triangle
moving.
trade anymore, by the way.
Why?
It makes white people feel bad.
Oh, it does? Why?
God forbid that
Does it
happen
colonize
ever.
them? I mean, I didn't do it. Anyway, what was I saying about that? Oh, but then I purposely went back, and on YouTube you can watch it and get the translation in any language. So I watched it with the English translations, which totally enjoyable because half of it doesn't make sense because it's literal translation.
Yeah, the literal
so
translation.
you lose a lot of context. But then I'm like, oh, I'm glad this wasn't in English because there'd be so much more fake outrage about how sexualized the songs were.
OMG, because that never happens in any music ever.
No shit. But I'm like, I'm glad it was in Spanish so no one knew what he said. Because I think the first song, which is his biggest streaming song, is all about all the girlfriends he has and all the chicks he can't find love because he's just going from one girl to the other.
That may explain it. What's the big deal with Bad Bunny? Why is he so popular?
Why is he so popular?
doesn't he
Well, there's a
mainly
lot of
sing
Hispanics in the
Spanish?
world.
Yeah, that's the thing that people in America don't realize, I think,
How many Hispanics in the world? Well, most of
are
his,
in the world and in America.
Yeah, but most of his streams do come from Mexico,
Yeah.
South America, the Caribbean,
And
where
people
speak
were mad
Spanish.
because the Super Bowl, people will say the Super Bowl is an American.
Yeah, so why doesn't he sing at the World Cup or something? Why?
Yeah, that's
Sure.
kind of the argument.
I think that's a fair argument in a way. I mean, it's supposed to be this 100% American, but he's American.
Why
but
can't
we also have a lot
That's the
of
problem.
Hispanics in our country, so
Yeah.
why not?
I
mean, this is one game, 1 year. I
Yeah.
mean, this isn't the end of the world.
Look, Usher performed a couple of years ago, and I don't know I know a few of them just because he was so ubiquitous, but I don't care for Usher, and I was kind of bored by that one too. Just if it's not,
They're gonna pick different. I don't know.
it's this problem of everybody wants everything to be for them.
Yes.
Why couldn't
I think
they
that's
have,
just a problem with a lot of society.
Why couldn't they have a popular band in America that sings primarily in English with a wholesome song like Def Leppard doing "Pour Some Sugar on Me" or something? Just something that would be
Because nobody
that
cares about Def
families could really
Well, obviously,
appreciate.
you're joking.
No, I know he's joking.
It's got sugar.
That's why I was
in it,
taking the
right?
argument very
I mean,
serious.
I know, which was even better. But I did.
So that's a
I
hard no.
appreciated how much energy they put into it.
Oh, it's always going to be a
the
massive production.
I always
Sure,
love that.
sure.
I always love that. I did think it was a little confusing because they were going from the videos to real life, and it got a little. I think it was a little.
I could do without the
clunky.
vignettes, yeah.
Yeah, but I did. I always appreciate the production.
Well, I'm always impressed by how they set up the stage and tear it down in like what
I know.
20 minutes or something.
Oh, but I thought you didn't watch.
Well, I remember in Super Bowl XL where they were training people and they had everybody run out there and there were like thousands of people who volunteered to build the stage. And
Yeah.
it was, we wrote about and did stories on that for weeks before the big game because it was, be involved in the Super Bowl.
Is this another long story? Because I want to know if someone watched the other.
I did. I
the
watched them
alternative.
both. Yeah, the All-American
I'm sorry,
halftime
I'm
show.
all-
No, go ahead.
Did you do a split screen or did you catch up with one
I did
later?
do a split screen, but then I did go back and watch them both. Just to be fair, if I'm going to have an opinion, I feel like I should consume it, right?
That's a good point.
Did you have the Turning Point USA halftime show on the right side of your screen?
I did, yeah. I mean,
very
we're watching
appropriate.
it down here. That was up
Oh,
there.
okay.
Super Bowl was up there.
What'd you
Brandon was
think?
going between. Oh, I thought it was awesome, but for probably the wrong reasons.
Wait.
So
I thought it was so enjoyable because it
Wait,
was such a clusterfuck, which amazingly, look, I hate country music, so there's my caveat.
Oh,
That's,
okay.
that's not my thing.
Who was performing?
even
once again-
Patsy Cline?
I don't
should
know.
watch a little
I don't
bit
know
of
who
it.
any of them were, Erica. I just don't know these
okay.
people.
Because I do like country music. Some.
Well, Kid
Gabby
Rock.
somebody?
Kid Rock.
I do, and I'll get to that. But
Wait, I thought you said okay. So Kid Rock was part of this.
he was.
Apparently, who's not Kid Rock?
He is
you
not
were
Kid
telling
Rock
me?
anymore.
Okay.
So his
I
part.
thought he was part of
this,
it.
This is where they messed up. It was a taped halftime show, right? Mm-hmm. Could have been live.
And was Erika Kirk there? Was she like the MC?
She was
or
not
something?
there. Jack Posebic is that lovely grifter. He's just look into him. He's a big part of Turning Point, but it's his pre-Turning Point stuff. Anyway, but So he like introduced it, and I will say this: look, people love Charlie Kirk. It was kind of a celebration to him, which I don't have a problem. I don't care. Once again, something that's not for me, which is why I don't mind consuming that and Bad Bunny, because I don't like any of those acts. But the problem was, because it was taped, they had this countdown running, and they launched it right when halftime started, which is pretty smart because there's so much time before the performance, like you were saying, Elric. They have to bring everybody out. They have to run 1 million commercials to make money. They have to pretend they're talking about the game for a bit. And they had acts out there performing right away, which is smart. The problem is Kid Rock didn't perform till after Bad Bunny was done.
Oh.
So during Bad Bunny, they had another guy out there
head.
who's singing about he just wants to drink beer and drive his truck and wear his boots and feed his dog.
That's country music, right?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I've heard country
if his
music.
girlfriend left him.
Well, maybe not all the good.
No, it's because of America. America's not allowing him to do that, which I would argue.
Really?
I think you can do all that. But
boy, I thought that's pretty much the main thing we do around here.
Yeah, I think most people do that every day.
And then they cut. And then so when Kid performed, he did "Bawa to Ba," which is also in English. And
yeah, it's,
I love that song. I love
do
that
too.
song, but
I
it's just
do too.
kind of ironic. Those aren't words. But then, they had some string performers come out and play something on the cello, which, okay, once again, not for me. And then Robert Ritchie came out, which is what Kid's new album is going to be under, that name, which, he's rebranding, cut his hair, and he did a song that,
did he have the bandana and the hat?
He's rebranded a few times
which
now.
is fine. That's good. I like Kid. I like him. Met him a handful of times. I have no problem with him. He has his opinions. That's fine. I can respect him, even if I disagree with him sometimes. But it was just, this show was so, I don't know. I thought it was poorly produced. And what cracks me up about it is both halftime shows became this like image to me of what the problem is with America, where you have 10% is going to love this one, 10% is going to love this one. The left is going to pretend that everything Bad Bunny did was great, and then the rest of the right is going to pretend everything on that one is perfect. And it's like, I don't know. I don't like either one of these.
Yeah, we don't have to sit here and pretend.
What
That's
can
the thing.
Yeah. I enjoyed them because I enjoy
live music.
Exactly.
And sometimes I like to watch something kind of crash and burn,
I like
too.
clusterfucks. I'll admit it. But I hated how it became this culture war because this guy doesn't speak English, and it just reminds me there's so many people out there grifting and just spewing bullshit that I don't think they believe because it makes them money.
Yeah, that's true.
It feels like the sore loser halftime show.
Why do you say that?
Well, because, and again, I didn't watch it, so I'm kind of speaking out of ignorance, but the whole idea of having a conservative halftime show, because Turning Point USA is a very conservative organization. That's where they're coming from. But I don't remember anybody ever having alternate programming for halftime.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yes, they have.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, other than the Puppy Bowl or whatever the hell.
Well, there's the Puppy Bowl. I mean, that's a pretty good example. But
that's not.
Yeah, a lot of those puppies were very liberal.
In Living Color,
they eat for free. They piss all over the place. They have no photo ID.
One of them died, by the way. Did you know that?
What? One of the puppies?
That's what?
Because it's recorded like.
My God,
it's
this
recorded
is
like 9
terrible.
months ago.
He wasn't killed during the game.
Yeah, no, it tore its ACL and they had to put it down. No, totally made that up. It just
the pony bowl?
It was sick and it died. I mean, that happens to animals. But what I was going to say is, do you remember?
Go to the farm?
But I don't think the Puppy Bowl is. Yeah.
He didn't die. They took him to a farm upstate.
Yeah. Good. Okay, you're okay now.
God damn!
I don't want him to die either, but it's reality.
Moment of silence for Mr. Snivels or whatever.
Do you remember the show In Living Color?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They did counter programming during the halftime. I think CBS had it, so Fox was like, "Let's do this instead," and it got 23 million people watching it. I mean, that's brilliant. Counter programming, is very, very smart.
But was it counter programming because we want people to watch our show, or because we disagree with the political perspective of the halftime show?
That's where I think you're wrong, ML. I think it's all fake outrage, and there is this ability to capitalize on it, which is smart by Turning Point USA. It's brilliant.
But by them, but I don't think people who switched over from Bad Bunny to watch the Turning Point halftime show did it because they want to make money. It's because they're offended by Bad Bunny.
No. Those are the sheep following, the shepherd there. I think Turning Point is like, Yeah, I'm sure they don't like it. I'm not saying they're not genuine. They probably don't like it, but the outrage and the level it reached, I don't ever really believe that. I think it was, we can capitalize on this, which I have no problem with.
Well, I think you kind of hit on one of the fundamental problems with our politics today is people who have
Money.
strong beliefs are being manipulated
Yes.
and shepherded, to use your term, by people who may be more interested in turning a buck than actually doing something that's genuine. Although I kind of do think Erika Kirk and Charlie Kirk were pretty genuine in their belief.
Oh, I
that
think Charlie was. Yeah,
America's,
Erika.
you know,
I'm not.
going
I don't
down
know
the
anything
way.
about Erika.
I don't want to judge. I don't want to judge him. You know, I don't want to be that big of a dick. Right?
Mark doesn't want to be that big of a dick.
Or get canceled
I
by
find
the right, which used to hate it when people on the left canceled you. I mean, you can get canceled by either side now.
That was part of the song. That guy who wants to just drink his beer, he's afraid of getting canceled.
Is he? Oh. Was he any good as a singer?
Like, who would?
Because the song sounds like it would get canceled just for sucking.
Once again, not my kind of music, so I don't want to. I thought he sucked, but I don't like that kind of music. Right?
So are you telling me?
I'm bored by it.
Are you telling me there were 2 bad halftime shows that I missed,
Yes,
and
they
I'm
were
the idiot?
terrible.
Yeah, they weren't great.
No, but
pretty good about my programming choices on
I think this
Sunday.
is where you and I differ. If there's something big culturally, I want to absorb it just to try to understand it.
Oh,
and you just could not. You couldn't care less.
Yeah, no. If there's something big culturally, I usually trust
Like the Super Bowl?
you and Drew to tell me what happened.
No, you
so
don't watch ever.
I feel like I missed it.
I will say though, we were talking about the commercials, and there was that 50 Cent commercial.
Brilliant.
Just he's considered one of the biggest trolls, and he's got his new documentary out about P. Diddy,
Which is fantastic.
and he had this collab with DoorDash, this commercial, and it's being named one of the most petty trolling
It was
commercials.
brilliant.
It was
Erica, I got to
so
say too,
good.
I always thought 50 Cent's the only person that's ever won Twitter wars. He
Yes.
seems to always win. I
He
don't know
always
how, 'cause he's
wins.
funny. Because he's funny and he picks good targets. Because
So-
part of that trolling job, not only did he troll Diddy with cheesy puffs,
Yeah, but Ja Rule.
Ja Rule, and
Who else?
Floyd Mayweather, 'cause
Yes,
he can't
Floyd
read.
Mayweather.
which Floyd Mayweather can't read.
What?
No.
You've never heard that before? Let me see if I can find the audio of him
God.
trying to read.
Last thing I want is to tell Floyd Mayweather he can't read. He'll knock your block off. So
Here you go. Here's Floyd Mayweather trying to read.
oh boy.
I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I've joined Heart Radio for the show.
I heart.
Your stripes. Okay.
Oh no.
I'm Floyd Mayweather, and I've joined Heart Radio for the show. Your Stripes movement to support hiring vets.
Oh
I'm Floyd
my.
Mayweather,
And he's trying to do
and I've
something
joined
nice. He just can't
Heart
read.
Radio for the show. Your Stripes movement to
What?
support. Hi.
What?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
try
God,
try
that's
again.
painful.
Floyd Mayweather, and I'm Floyd.
All right, 10
I'm
times the
Floyd
charm.
Mayweather, and I've joined Heart Radio for the show. Your Stripes movement to support hiring vets.
Great
Go
one.
to-
Oh.
Let's just go with that, Floyd.
You almost had it.
Go to the show, yourstripes.org.
It's like a
Go to
10-second read.
Go
Oh
to
my-
showyourstripes.org. Go to showyourstripes.org. A website.
Oh, he's on to part 2. He crushed the first part.
with employees and helps businesses. Okay.
Helps what?
The website
Well, he got
that
the businesses
connects
right.
veterans with employers and helps businesses find candidates with the best training. I'm Floyd
Oh, God,
Floyd
this is
Mayweather.
painful.
Strong. He finished strong,
That is
though.
painful.
That's tough
Now
because
you know why 50 Cent trolled him.
I'm not even sure you could help him with flashcards. I mean, there's
You can't. You have to say it and just say repeat this and memorize it.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
that
a
poor
great guy,
guy.
by the way.
Not a great guy. So I
No.
guess I don't feel bad.
No.
Wow. Well, okay. So see, here's the other reason why I don't get into these shows is I feel like it's a homework assignment. Like when Kendrick Lamar
Sure.
did his thing, I needed to
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I needed to know about the Drake beef. I'm like, well, why is he mad at Drake? Now I got to do all this reading, and now Bad Bunny's beefing with somebody else, right? There was some was
Really? I
was
didn't know
something
that.
about. I thought there was something about Serena Williams came out and participated, or there's a debate.
making
Is she
this up, dude?
Are
supporting?
you reading? Did you get this off Facebook?
No. This is with the Kendrick
from
Lamar
a news
one.
site that ends with NEWZ. Breaking news.
No. I watched N-O-O-Z or N
Double O's.
and umlauts Z, but
I want to hear his theory.
Sorry,
no,
go ahead.
but
Go ahead. I want to hear.
what I heard, and I didn't watch Kendrick Lamar either, but I did like the Buick Grand
I'm just
National.
shocked you know who Kendrick Lamar is.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
was in Full House, right?
top 3
No.
Kendrick Lamar songs. Go ahead, name them.
Them Not Like Us,
There was one. I knew you get that one.
Drake Sucks, and something about bitches and hoes and guns.
He's no, not Kendrick. He's a pretty good dude.
Now I understand
never been
he's
in trouble,
very
really.
big in social commentary, but
Is he?
that's what Sean told me. Because one time I said, no one's talking about the culture of America. And he said, Kendrick Lamar. I said, them Not Like Us? That counts, but I guess it does. I don't know. I never.
Well,
Thought
the
this-
second half of the song, kind of, but whatever.
Okay.
Who cares? Now we're getting too deep in the woods.
Yeah, we are.
But what I heard was that Serena Williams joining him on stage
I thought you
was.
said Selena Gomez.
No,
Did I?
he said Serena.
Oh, he did.
Do you even know Selena
yeah,
Gomez?
yeah. Selena Gomez is big.
I kind of want. Don't you want to do a pop culture like trivia with Elric to
Yes.
see what he knows?
Selena Gomez is big in the beef between Martin Short and Steve Martin.
Okay.
She's taken Martin Short's side, I think. But
What else?
supposedly,
What else has she done?
Who? Selena Gomez? She was a Mouseketeer, right? Or no, something on Disney?
I don't know.
She was on
She was a
Disney,
Disney star. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if she was a Mouseketeer though.
Yeah.
She's a singer.
And she dated Justin Bieber,
She
was
did. Look at him go.
Yeah.
How much is she worth?
Oh, I don't even know that.
it? You know, Mark.
She's a billionaire.
Everybody's
She has a
worth.
cosmetic line.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right. So go ahead. So
Not Goop.
what is this thing you read on?
No, not
so-
Goop.
yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah. So the thing was, Serena Williams participating in Kendrick Lamar's thing was a way for her, as the kids say, to diss Drake.
Yeah, because she dated
Who's
him.
actually not a duck. He's
Yeah.
a man from Canada. And well, I just was. And then I heard she participated with Bad Bunny in some way, and now there's speculation about is she now doubling down on something with somebody. And I can't keep up. I don't
Yeah, because I know
I just
that
don't
one.
really
Yeah,
care.
I think you do a little though.
No, these are things that like penetrate
clearly
my hard
doesn't.
candy shell, and I can't ignore them. But they confound me. I you know who I feel like? I feel like we're gonna have a new segment. Don't stump Mike, and I'm gonna be the
okay.
Mike.
So let me see what else.
feel like
what
we're
else
going
has gone
back
in
to the-
pop culture? Okay,
the Drew and Mike
Who-
days, and
who won-
I'm the idiot.
tell me who won some Grammys. Do you know who won any of the Grammys? Which I don't really care about either, because some of this stuff
The Cure.
they did.
The Cure won the Grammy.
You're right. They won their first Grammy.
Yes,
Correct.
and
Who won the album of the year? I mean, this is softball, right? Do you know Erica?
this is Geese. Won
Erica
it,
doesn't
didn't
know
they?
either. Okay, maybe this is too
No,
tough.
I have to say,
Bad Bunny.
I
He
didn't.
won the album
Oh,
of the
Bad
year.
Bunny won.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
I thought didn't he win a couple?
He did, but album of the year was the big one. Billie Eilish won Song of the Year, and I forgot who won the other one.
Charlie
Similar-
Puth.
I don't know, whatever. No, that guy.
Charlie Puth.
I don't know.
What do you know about Charlie Puth?
I saw him playing a keyboard somewhere.
Yeah, he did
For
the national anthem.
Oh
Well,
yeah, he did the national anthem.
There you go.
Let's see. Who's nominated? Who's going to win an Oscar?
Oh, for sure. It's going to be Leonardo DiCaprio for
For what?
the war that never ends, or
One battle after another.
That's it. Yeah. I was giving you the French subtitle translate.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the other big movie that's nominated for
Oh
much?
God, I just saw it the other day. Melania. She's gonna run away with it. That's some good shit there.
Man, you need to get out more.
300 people got laid off from the Washington Post
And by
so they
Outmore-
could do Melania.
By out more, I mean get out of your bubble more.
Boy.
Do you know who Lee Bryce is?
Yeah, I just watched Casino for the first time a couple months ago, so I'm way behind. Lee Bryce, is that Fanny Bryce's great-great-grandson?
That was one of the performers at the All
Country
American.
singer.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
Okay, he performed. I think he's the one that did
He
that.
has a new song coming out or something.
I think that's the one he performed, where he
That's
just
the
wants
name
to drive
of the
his,
song,
drive his
actually.
truck.
That's an old song.
I got a new
Is it?
song
Okay,
coming
I
out.
don't
I
know.
drive my truck.
Okay.
That's like from
Do you know who Gary?
20 years ago.
Do you know who Brantley Gilbert
15
is?
years ago. Yes.
Okay. And Gabby Barrett?
I don't know who Gabby Barrett
Okay,
is.
those were the other performers.
Fun fact, I used to be a country radio music
That's
DJ.
right.
Yes.
Do you
Up
miss
north
it?
or?
Up north, yeah.
Okay.
Do you miss it?
It's fun. It was fun. I
So that's a no.
No. I loved it. I loved it.
Okay.
But I got to pick what I was playing all the time.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nobody does that. Nobody gets to
Oh,
do
they
that.
let me.
She's the
great.
last DJ.
So you like country
She
music?
played what she wants to
I
play.
it's funny because I really started enjoying it. There were certain artists that I really liked. Yeah.
I've tried. I just can't do it.
I
Some of
like
them-
some country,
Do it.
but not most of the new stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's an old song, that Lee Bryce song.
Okay. Drinking Class? Country Nowadays. That was the one. And Hard to
Yeah,
Love.
Hard to Love is old.
I feel like such a snob for not liking country, and then I hear the song titles like "I Got a Truck."
Oh, I don't think
You know, and-
Well, I drive my truck. Actually,
Where's my hat?
He
And
didn't
I
write
feel
that
pretty
song.
comfortable.
It's actually a beautiful song. It's about someone who passed away, and they drive the truck because they are trying to get closer to their loved one.
I don't knock it. I just it's not for me. I don't get it.
They're trying to get closer to him because
It
they
was-
associate with the vehicle.
I think a woman died, and it was her son's truck, and she drives the truck to feel closer to her son. I cannot remember exactly.
and a guy
but,
sings this.
Why it's not for me.
but yeah, he sings it.
It's a little confusing.
I don't know. I think that's
okay.
what it's
Well, that's-
about.
If it's a tribute,
I'm
then
trying
that's
to remember
great.
like 15 years ago.
That's great. That's okay. That's
Trying to see what else is in pop culture that you would know.
me.
Do you know? Oh, here you go. This is gonna be ridiculous. Do you know who Lewis Hamilton is?
Of course,
Who is he?
he's a Formula One driver who's now been seen with Kim Kardashian.
Oh, look at that! All right,
Wow.
surprise. Well
and
done.
formerly linked
did you
to
know
Sophia.
that?
Because I like a lot of stuff in Europe, so it's a big deal. F1's big over there. The only person in America I know who thinks F1 is their favorite sport is former Vice President Kamala Harris. And when you answer questions about what's your favorite sport, it's like F1.
Oh, I know.
Most of us
what,
are like-
what a stupid answer.
Or like FU.
even
Nobody
if
says
that was true, which I don't think it is, but even if it was true, don't pick
Yeah,
that.
there's only one right answer if
Football.
you're running for president. Football.
Period. Yeah.
Nixon knew it. Trump knows it.
Yeah, but I think
Clinton knew it.
those two guys legitimately love the sport too.
Yeah, Trump owned a football team. If you
He did.
if
The
you've-
Generals.
If you've heard the stories about how he tried to destroy the USFL because he got mad about something, it sounds very familiar with how he negotiates now. It's like, give me what I want or I'll wipe you out. And people are like, what do we do now?
did.
Like, we better
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, I mean, that dude, he's been the same cat forever.
Do you know? Let's see. Who else? Do you know Cardi B?
I do know Cardi B.
What do you know about Cardi B?
She's a former stripper
Yeah?
who became a pop singer and who was honored by the Detroit City Council and did one of the most hilarious COVID endorsements ever.
Okay.
What's the
remember the
COVID
one?
I don't
endorsement?
remember
No.
this.
It was some sort of healthcare one. Maybe it's for Obamacare. It was about
have to look that
Obamacare.
up.
Where do you
Still
know
a
the
little
one, Mark?
little light on details. No, I don't know this at all.
No, this is the one that says, and I'm going to use some alternate language. It was something about Obamacare is good, so a doctor can check your coochie to make sure you don't got nothing bad hanging out down there and whatever. I'm
Okay.
like,
It cuts through.
I think you summed it up pretty succinctly. I'm not sure we can put that on
Who?
anything with a broadcast license,
Who is she?
but she's involved in politics and kind of a cultural icon. And,
Who is she dating? She got knocked up by him. Do you know her?
Well, 50 Cent, didn't she date him at one time?
I don't know. No, she's
But maybe
She had been
Bad Bunny
involved.
because he's got so many
Did you
women.
say Bad Bunny?
Stefan Diggs.
Oh, Stefan Diggs.
Who do you know who that is?
Ty Diggs' football playing brother.
Yeah, there you go.
Really?
Look at
Well,
you.
he's
No, really? Ty
doing
Diggs
a
and
No, it's
lot-
Stefan
not Ty
Diggs.
Diggs. He does play football.
No, but he's doing a lot better than
I know, okay.
would have thought.
What's going on in the world of the Beckhams?
Oh my!
Brooklyn has disowned his family.
Okay, so
Wow.
he's not as bad as I would
Because
have
that's
thought.
shown up in some British tabloids. I read The Guardian, so I see some of this stuff from that. It's a leading independent news source in the
Didn't
UK.
they just respond? Didn't Posh and David Beckham just respond?
They've
to
been
that?
taking the high road on the whole thing.
Oh, have they?
Yes,
Oh, have they?
because
Yeah.
they're actually. I think they're in the right. I mean,
I haven't read all of
He's a
it, but
punk. That guy's an
he
idiot.
kind of went off.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
well, and his wife's kind of a bitch, but whatever.
Oh,
What? What's going on?
His new wife. I see.
Yes,
Yeah.
This
who's
is
a
some
billionaire
sort of
also.
British royalty tradition.
Yeah, I feel like he just thinks he can say whatever he wants now because he's like, oh, I've got money.
Yeah, and he'll always have money.
Okay.
Trying to think anything.
Do you think any of the allegations are true though?
What?
They seem very specific.
What how his mom mistreated him at the wedding?
Not just well, I think that's
I
a
don't
little
think
weird.
any of that's true.
Now I'm lost. I had
know.
I had Brooklyn. That's as deep as I went.
Can you name any other Beckhams? I think this says more about me in a negative sense because I can tell you that his brothers are named Romeo and Cruz.
Let's see, Queens Beckham. I don't know. Did they do the five boroughs?
Romeo.
I have a question
Romeo.
for you guys after this
Yeah,
because
no,
I
go
think
ahead.
Mark's might actually be higher on the percentage after knowing all of this pop culture. But I know
well,
you
this
just
is my
like to be
job.
in the know.
Okay.
I know. I'm just messing
And
with
Brooklyn was conceived in Brooklyn, right? Isn't that where
Sure.
he got his name? Okay.
Yeah. Do you know who Alex Earl is?
Alex Earl.
Do you know who Alex Earl is?
I don't. I know that
Wow,
name.
okay.
Hold on. Alex Earl.
The great grandson of one of the greatest bowlers in American history.
Oh my God. I was like, don't have ML know someone I don't.
She was on Dancing with the Stars. She's a TikTok, just a hot chick who's an influencer, was on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, no, she was hanging out with Tom Brady at the
There you
Super
go.
Bowl.
There you go.
That's
There
Hey,
you go,
center
see?
for the
That's
win.
who that was.
Center gets a square.
How do you know she was hanging out with Tom Brady at the Super Bowl, Mister? I never watch. He's a closet Super Bowl
No,
watcher.
there was something
He's
in
actually
the,
watching in a
something
closet in the
Athletic
dark.
about it. So,
All right, what famous person's fiance just won a gold medal this weekend?
what famous?
This is more pop culture than an Olympic story. Yeah,
what famous person?
super famous
Oh.
person. I don't want to explain.
Their
Former
fiancé.
influencer, still kind of is an influencer. A brother is also super
Oh
famous.
my
and
God.
Jake
I know what
Paul.
you're talking about.
Yes. Is that just was that a blind
Was that
guess?
a guess?
No, I saw a headline that said,
Okay.
so and so wins gold medal and Jake Paul cries.
Yeah.
So I
his fiancé.
totally pulled that one out of my ass.
That was good though.
So he's married to a female boxer then?
No, she's a
Or he's
speed skater from the Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which, by the way, that is so weird how that country is so into speed skating.
really
Well, it's
I had a
very-
physical therapist. I called him my new best friend because we would talk soccer because the Netherlands love soccer too. And then he started going off about how great speed skating was. And I'm like, yeah,
Wow.
you lost me.
You
lost
know,
me.
the Netherlands is the home of Hans Brinker and De Silva skates and the all these stories about skating on canals and winter shit. And
Oh, believe me, I heard all of
yeah, I
it
mean, that's
while
I-
in physical therapy.
yeah, that makes sense to me. I mean, it's all canals and they freeze. What are you gonna do other than skate? If it's not frozen, they ride their bikes. They're on bikes or skates
This is probably a softball.
and weed. Lots
There's a
of weed.
person missing, a very famous story. It's probably the number one
hash.
story. Do you know who the
Very good
famous
hash.
person whose mom is missing? Do you know that story?
If he doesn't know this,
Yes, I know
Okay.
this. In fact, I wondered, Erica, if they have you guys doing anything special as an NBC
Okay, there you
affiliate to
go.
try and dial into the whole Savannah Guthrie as
we've
our...
done a little, like I've interviewed, she's retired now. She ran the missing persons unit for MSP for a really
Okay.
long time, just to talk about the case in general terms, but it's just wild.
Yeah, it's sad.
It's so sad. I haven't seen anything like this, and I mean, it's just weird.
No, a famous
see-
person being, I mean,
Yeah,
not having that often. I'm trying to think of
No.
who else was.
I think the
And then the
best
videos
case
are so
scenario
cryptic. I
is
just feel
that-
so bad for them.
Well,
the
and
investigation's not the greatest.
No.
and the ransom notes too. There was a guy who was just convicted somewhere in the United States because he killed a woman who came to his door, and he was an old dude, and they'd been threatening him, and they said, there's going to be a woman who comes to your door, give her $12,000 or we'll end your life. And then they had a door dasher go to his house and knock on the door. Said, she's a black woman. She's there now. And they knew it because they could track her on DoorDash.
Yep.
So she comes to the door and says, hey, I got sent to your house. He's like, go away. You can't ruin my life. And she's like, dude, I just got dispatched. He's like, I know who you are, and I'll show them. You can't threaten me by. And he walked out. She goes to her car. She's like, please, I don't know what you're talking
The
about.
video's awful.
He kills her because he thinks
my
that she
goodness.
is the bag man. She has no idea what's going on. She just went out on a run, and he ended up getting convicted of murder, and they haven't caught the people who made the threats, and so it's sort of a double tragedy. But all these ransom notes that are coming into the Guthries,
how can they not
these
figure
could
out
just
who
be
sent-
opportunists saying, send $1 billion to this Bitcoin address, and
Well, that-
maybe
yeah,
they do, and maybe they
determined
don't.
that one was fake.
But
Didn't
I mean, they must be inundated with
Oh,
tips.
yeah.
And with people thinking, I'll cash in on this because
So they
Well, then
did,
there's
they did
the-
make an arrest from somebody who texted the sister and brother-in-law, like, send money to this crypto coin account.
yeah, and they had nothing to do with it,
Had
right?
nothing to do with
Yeah.
it. The guy used a, what do they call it? A phone, like an untraceable
scramble or
phone.
something.
Like a burner.
But through the internet, like a VoIP.
Okay.
And the problem was he used it from his house, so they just tracked where.
Yeah, it's
Just go to your IP.
oh,
This
here's
is
your NordVPN account.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was also
asshole.
Stupid can
connected
you
to an
be?
email with his own name on it. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy's a fucking idiot.
But that
And
just
he's going away.
compounds.
He's going away for a long time.
That just compounds the challenge of trying to find out who has it, because now you're trying to sort out the fake ransom thing. But
there's another thing that happens with these big cases where you have these internet sleuths that just go on Reddit and kind of break things down. And I feel like they get in the way most of the time.
Yeah, because they don't know what's really going on. They don't know what's happening behind the scenes, and there's usually so much more that we don't know.
And then they make life hell for certain people. I mean, the famous one was Kohlberger, the University of Idaho murders. The guy went in and killed four co-eds. But the internet, before he was caught, was saying, I think it's this person in the video or this person. People found out who they were and kind of went after them. So much so that somebody got sued because they claimed a professor did it. And the professor's like, that's defamation. I have nothing to do with this, and sued him. Meanwhile, the investigators, the actual police work, did a really good job and knew pretty much it was him the whole time and kind of kept an eye on him, and all this fucking noise is in the way. And I kind of have a feeling it's happening again with Nancy Guthrie.
Well, like with that latest video, people are going around and they're saying, this is AI. She has 6 fingers in this video. And it's like, no, that's her sister's hand under her hand. And people are like, no, that's a 6th finger. This is fake.
Well, you'll appreciate this theory.
Like, she's got a finger to spare for proof of life then.
I'm like, people are on, what'd you say?
I just said they can send a finger for proof of life,
Oh
and
my
she'll still
God.
have 5.
People are, and listen, people are unhinged lately. I don't blame them because there's so many deep fakes and AI is freaky. I can't even, it fools me a lot. But oh my God, calm down. Just think before you say crap on social media.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then if they did that, there'd be nothing on social media. I mean, it's not really the place for
oh my gosh,
reflection. So I haven't followed it, like turn by turn, but to me, I think, and this is how bleak this is, I think the best case scenario for the Guthries is that they know who they kidnapped. Because if they grabbed somebody and they didn't know who it was, and all of a sudden they realized every law enforcement agency in the country is coming after them, I think you ditch that person right away. You kill
I think
them,
that sounds
bury
like
them,
that's
and
what
then
happened.
and then you run. You're like, holy shit, we don't know who. Let's get rid of them.
Really? I think they.
But if you know who
I think
it
was
is,
targeted.
You keep her alive. You make sure she's got her meds. And you do everything you can because you've thought this through. But if this is like a snatch,
And why do you think it was targeted, Mark?
Because you just don't go and snatch a woman
Yeah, but why
out
do
of their
you-
house without knowing who they are. Because
But did you know
what
who-
if they're
But
poor?
maybe they didn't.
What's the
Maybe they
kidnapping?
didn't know who she was when they went in.
yeah, and
Maybe
I'm
it
sure
was just like a break-in, and then they're like, "Oh, this
Yeah.
is."
So they're going to kidnap a break-in. They're not going to kill.
Maybe they didn't kidnap her. Maybe there was never a kidnapping.
I'm sure
What, they
she
killed her?
lives.
Yeah,
I'm sure she lives in a very nice subdivision.
But then why send a ransom note?
to get money.
Well, maybe they didn't send it. Maybe the other people are sending it. Like maybe the people
maybe they're
really have
making
her.
her think she's alive and she's been dead this whole time, and they're trying to get money.
I guess that's possible. I
don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I mean, the crypto encrypted.
There's been no
they're
proof
also
of
sending
life, right?
encrypted. No, not that we know of. I do think. I feel like it's someone that knows her and knows the family really well.
That's what I thought at first too, but I don't know.
Feels like
Reddit
they-
says
they
it's
connect
the-
those
weird.
dots by now.
Reddit says the one of their theories, is
sister?
the Mexican cartel. I'm like, don't they have easier ways to make $6 million?
I think they do.
My theory is it's Ann Curry.
And then some people were
Or
saying
Hoda
it's
Kotb.
related to
Getting
the
some
Epstein
payback.
files.
Oh,
How?
Because she did a special on the Epstein files that never aired. It was you haven't seen that thread? Oh, that's a whole thread.
I kind of hope one of these ends up being. I kind of hope we're wrong, and one of these wild things ends up being true.
I hope she's alive. It doesn't look good, but
The other one was they suspect.
she needs some meds, right? Do they know what her
Yeah.
prescription is? Can they scour the country and see who has just put in a sudden order for whatever the hell it is that she needs?
You know, the meds, though, they act like she was going to die within 24 hours since she didn't have those meds. And she seems to have a poor heart. But, I mean, if it's.
it sounds like more like she needs them so she won't suffer or.
Yes. Yeah, one of them, I
could
think,
lead
is
to
blood
death.
pressure medication.
Yeah.
And full disclosure, I take blood pressure
So do
medication.
I.
If I skip it, I ain't going to die
No,
for a
it's
while.
it's going to be,
No.
but that's not good for
No,
someone who's
I'll
84.
probably have a headache. Yeah,
She's
you're
84.
right. I understand that, but
And she's under a lot of stress, I would imagine.
Oh my God!
You don't think they would let her watch the Super? She probably watched the Super Bowl, and Elric didn't.
I know.
Which one? Turning Point, or
she found the time.
No, the actual game.
Oh, the actual. Oh, sorry. Okay. Well,
I feel bad. I hope she's okay.
It's fucking
This poor
awful.
family. I can't even imagine.
No.
My God! And then people are sitting there and they're critiquing the way the family's sitting.
Yeah.
Well, how would you feel if your mother got kidnapped? I wouldn't. If someone just sat,
I would cry. None of them cried.
It's like, well,
Okay, whatever, asshole.
they're clearly using words that they were told to use. Calm down.
Yeah. No,
This is one of those many moments where
Which I could very well not know what the hell I'm talking about either.
where I take stock
Usually
and I
the
say,
case.
boy, it'd be great to be as successful as Savannah Guthrie and have all that adulation and all the access to amazing people and resources and to meet people and do big stories and travel the world and have all that money. And then your mom gets snatched and I'm like, well, I got pretty much everything I need, and I don't think anybody's ever going to mess with my mom because I'm just
not
a bum.
a trade-off anybody expects.
But that's just how I tell myself that I'm satisfied.
Invasion of
with where I am.
privacy, yeah, when you're a known person like she is, but nobody expects
Nobody
their mother to
expects
be
something
kidnapped.
this
No,
horrific
I'm
to
not. I'm
happen.
not saying this is what Savannah gets for being so successful.
No, but I mean,
take that,
it's a
Savannah Guthrie.
Logical trade-off.
How does it feel now to be on top of the world? But no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we think that these people have every amazing thing you could ever want, and there are people who are jealous of them and all this other shit. And you're like, yeah, and their mom got snatched, and they wouldn't have snatched him if it wasn't for all that other. It's kind of like, there really are a lot of things that you kind of like. Well, I'm glad that's never.
I don't think bad things.
Anything I have to worry
I don't think bad
about.
things discriminate against rich or poor people. I think bad things can happen to anybody.
Well, so let me put it in the most elemental terms possible. Nobody's going to kidnap my mom thinking they're going to get rich. It just ain't going to happen. Not because we wouldn't pay it. I'm not saying that, Mom, if you're listening. But
Are you going to do some cost analysis?
I already know I'm cut out of the will. So, but I just think, poor old Guthrie was getting ready to go to church, and somebody either said, she lives in a nice house, we're going to snatch her, or her daughter makes $50 million a year, we can get a little of that.
I don't think it's a random thing.
That's what happened in Raising Arizona.
Oh, yeah, true. That's based on a true story.
Yeah. Was it? Do you remember the description of the baby's clothes?
Ty? Wasn't that his name? Kai. What was the kid's name? Go ahead. Yeah, I don't remember the description. Go ahead.
He's wearing jammies with Yodas and shit. I don't know. Remember they asked Nathan Arizona what was he wearing?
Such a great movie.
Go find him.
I feel like there's a money segue into Luke here somewhere. So
Oh, there
but I
might
don't know what
be.
it is. So just go ahead and tell me about Luke.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Well, are you completely confident that your retirement assets are prepared to take care of you when you decide to stop working? Like, and even I know who this guy is, Phillip Rivers, the retired quarterback who came back to try and lead the Indianapolis Colts into the playoffs. Or do you want to go back to work in retirement like Phillip Rivers, who came out of retirement to go play quarterback for the Colts, even though he had a Hall of Fame career for the San Diego Chargers and maybe some other teams? I know some shit. If you're
now
anything,
you're overcompensating.
I know he will be for the rest of his life.
oh, dude, when there's one thing I know, I'm going to stand on that forever. I'm going to do chapter and verse just to play out the clock. So and what about that one? I have no idea who you're talking about. If you're anything less than completely confident in your retirement planning, I have a no pressure ask. Call or text Luke Nowacki at 248-663-4748 for a second opinion. That's 248-663-4748. Working harder to make you money than Blake Lively begging for producer credit. That's Luke and Zach and the team at Pinnacle Wealth Strategies. And when you call them, they'll make it all about you, sweetheart.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through
Mosaic Wealth.
Inc. member FINRA SIPC.
Mosaic Wealth.
Inc. is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent.
Mosaic Wealth.
Inc.
So Erica's got to go and break some big news. Maybe catch the kidnappers. But before she goes, we have a presentation to make.
Oh, you're finally getting your shirt.
Look at it. Oh my God.
From our swag store, because she is the supreme soulmate.
This is so cute. I can't wait to wear it. Look at you guys.
You're such a good liar.
I love it. No, I really do.
And the odd thing is, since Sean's had his illness, you guys wear the same size now.
We're the same person.
He's you know what? That was the final piece of the puzzle. I feel like I feel like Benoit Blanc in Knives Out. We have cracked the mystery by using our skills of analysis and consolidation thinking.
I can't
Oh
wait
my
till
gosh.
Sean comes back. A, because I miss him, but B,
I know, I
what
miss
if
him.
What if he's like really hot now because he's lost weight? He's got hair transplants while he's been sick.
Oh.
What?
He can't be hot with his hair the way it is?
No, he would admit that.
You know what's always turned
Just
me on
comes
about
back
Sean?
just ripped.
His mind.
Did you just hit your mouth on the
I
mic?
did. I was laughing too hard. I can just
I think
picture
you do
him
need to
coming
leave.
in here like golden skin, his hair just
Exactly. It's
waving.
really long. It's
Like,
longer than yours.
Adonis. Well, he could do the long hair and
like
just kind of
Fabio.
start further in the back. It'd just be.
Then wrap it around the top like a turban.
Oh,
So it looks like he's got
oh.
hair. Is
Oh,
that
like,
what you wanted to do?
I can't.
Like Nurse Rand from the original Star Trek.
Yeah, sure. No one knows what that is.
Now, who doesn't know anything about pop culture from 1960?
Does him wanting to play with us again mean that he's turning into a geek, or we're turning into cool guys?
So, Mark, did you have a Geek of the Week for us, or
I can do a Geek of the Week. I always have plenty of people that are.
I had one that was kind
Annoying
of
me.
it was kind of heavy, and I think that.
Bye,
See,
Erica has the bolt.
see
She's
on
got
Channel 4.
she's got a real job to do.
Oh, I know. She's
She's
breaking
got
some
real
news.
stories to talk about.
We're not even breaking wind here, which I'm grateful for, by the way. That we're not.
On that note,
Yeah, it's not an invitation.
no, I always got a pile of things that are. Well, I could do Kilpatrick. I know you'd like that one.
Oh God!
You
Get
see,
the bell ready.
he actually made a deal now to repay his restitution, which I'll believe it when it happens.
Yeah.
Do you want to
mean
explain that story while I find the other story?
the restitution that he said he didn't owe? This guy has
Yeah.
gone into court arguing whatever he needs to argue or thinks he needs to argue to get off the hook on owing millions of dollars, and he's claimed he doesn't have any money. He claims he doesn't owe anything. He claims, let's just put this to rest. Let's all move on. And lo and behold, somewhere, and I believe this is a story Rob Snell at the Detroit News broke. I'm not as well versed in as if it was high quality free press content. But
Hey, you're all part of the same team.
I guess that's true. We're all drinking out of the same trough. But I believe that Snell reported that the feds were going to put a lien
You got
on
it.
that big ass house in Novi that's owned by his wife's LLC.
You're going to put a lien on the LLC.
That I can tell you based on my reporting that LLC is headquartered in a post office box in Sterling Heights.
Yep.
And this is the LLC comes back, and I can tell you this from my own reporting, to a company that's like they're a consultancy, but she's never really done any of that work. In fact,
Pathfinder Consulting Firm LLC in Oakland County.
yeah, so here's what I understand of her career, and I'm not, I haven't seen her resume, so maybe I'm missing some accomplishments, but she was a receptionist in City Hall when Kilpatrick was mayor. He met her when she was in middle school, when he was teaching at a middle school.
Mm-hmm.
She subsequently, I think one of the things I heard that around the time they were together is she was teaching yoga classes at Chandler Park, which is not a lucrative gig. This
Maybe
is not
she's consulting
someone.
yoga.
Yeah, this is not someone who would have a consultancy where she would have much to advise people on, let alone be so successful that she could afford and I guess it wouldn't be her, right? It'd be her company would have a $900,000 house in Novi. And what,
the whole
so this
thing-
is
the whole thing
executive
is fishy.
housing? There's
The whole thing is fishy, Elric.
it's
I'm surprised the IRS doesn't want to look at that LLC and their filings.
Absolutely.
Their K1s and whatnot.
And of course, it was the IRS who originally got onto Kilpatrick in the first place.
Yeah.
This started as a tax case that turned into so much more. But so now he's like, oh, I guess I can come up with like $900,000. I'm like, I thought you didn't have any money, and all of a sudden you're ready to drop a check.
Imagine that he's lying.
Yeah, or is it a payment plan? Do you know? Is he going to write one check, or is he going to draw it down?
Oh, I'm sure it's a payment plan. I'm sure it's probably a very favorable payment plan, just to show he's paying something.
So I'll tell you a little story about his last payment plan, the one that landed him in jail, and this is something that I don't think has been reported. He said when he was supposed to make restitution on the text message case, which was a state case, that because of his expenses, including, this huge ass house in its posh Dallas suburb, maybe it's a suburb of Fort Worth. They're pretty close. Then he had his cable bill and his phones and all his expenses. That at the end of the day, he only had $6 a month left over. And we reported that Kilpatrick says he can only afford $6 a month in restitution. And the judge called him in and basically found that this was bullshit and threw him in jail for violating the terms of his probation. But his lawyer at the time pulled me aside and said, "Hey, your story got something wrong." And I'm like, "Well, wait a minute. You know, it's public records. It's your filing. You know, we quoted you. You know." He's like, "Yeah, no, that was all fine. But you said he only wants to pay $6 a month in restitution. Well, he said he only has $6 a month left over. Yeah. He does not want to pay that in restitution. We're just saying he has $6 a month left over." And I said, "Do you want us to run a correction?" He goes, "Because I think that's not going to help your case."
That sounds even worse.
And he goes like, "I think we're okay." I said, yeah.
What idiots.
Yeah.
The good thing, because he just stopped paying it too, right?
Yeah.
Whatever his restitution was. The good thing now is part of this deal is if he does miss a payment, he's subject to a 25% fee. So that'll happen, right? He'll get hit because they'll just stop paying at some point and start getting hit with fees and then just renegotiate that. So.
I mean, meanwhile, the Wayne County prosecutor and the city of Detroit are doing nothing to recoup the nearly $1 million that he still owes the city of Detroit.
Is that because the feds have more power to garnish?
I think because they have more resources in terms of attorneys. You know, I mean, if you're the Wayne County prosecutor, like, okay, do I go after this asshole again or do I convict a murderer? You know,
sure.
I think we'll go with the murderer, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Although
the feds tend to do more white collar crime.
Do both.
Well, and
but I get it. I understand. That's
I
not
think
logical.
I think the Wayne County prosecutor's position has finally come down to the city should sue him for the money. Now, you know, that's true that the city should go get their $1 million. But Mike Duggan loved Kwame Kilpatrick. He wouldn't do anything to hurt him. And I don't think Mary Sheffield sees any political advantage in going after Kwame Kilpatrick, who's still fairly popular. But okay, so you give the U.S. government $900,000. What difference does that make? That's piss in the wind. The city of Detroit gets $900 million. You can do something with that money.
It's still principle, though.
So,
or at least some kind of, you know, diversion, like some way so people don't do that in the future because you're going to have to pay it back with penalty.
Yeah. I
a deterrent.
I mean, Kilpatrick's ability, you know, Kilpatrick was on with Guy Gordon and
did Guy grill him? I would think Guy would grill him.
No, it was Guy and Lloyd and Jamie, and he was in the studio and he was talking about, I don't know anybody. All my restitution's paid, you know, and I've got their cell phone numbers. So while he's on the air, I'm sending a text that says, no, he still owes Detroit $900,000. The feds want $4 million. He hasn't paid any restitutions, whatever. And they come back from a break and they say, well, we're hearing from a reporter that maybe and he's like, that's just that one guy who's always after me. I don't know nothing. It's like,
why can't you just let him be?
Yeah, and now I guess he's admitted he owes $900K. So I mean, you can't believe anything this guy says, the exception of the Manoogian Mansion party didn't happen. That's the one true thing he's ever said.
Well, I found the other one I was going to do, but I'll save it because I think Kilpatrick will be our Geek of the Week emeritus.
I mean, we should retire him. He should no longer be eligible for the competition. But yeah, so I guess Kwame Kilpatrick, for making a donation to the federal government of $900,000 because you don't owe anything, that's really why you're our Geek of the Week.
He'll write it off.
There's an all-night party in room 7609. And you can dance together all night if you've got the time.
I should tell you one of our other sponsors is you. It could be you if you're one of our soulmates. For as little as $5 a month, you can watch the show. You get it before everybody else. You don't have to listen to those annoying insertion ads. And you get our bonus episode. Our new bonus episode dropped recently with Rob Walchek telling some more great behind-the-scenes
Really
stories.
good. He is really great.
We'll have another one coming for you in February, which is the shortest month, so we better get cracking on that. And maybe you decide you don't want to make a monthly donation. You can make an annual donation that covers the cost of the monthly donation. Just get it out of the way. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Or you can pay for a particular bonus episode you'd like to watch a la carte. We got great stories from Bernie Smilovitz, John Keating. We got Rob, and just some great stories. Neil Rubin, Scott Bernstein, the mob expert in Detroit. Terrific stuff. So check it out. And of course, you know that when you get to watch the show, you get to watch some of these amazing videos. I have not watched this week's video, but I think it's going to be pretty out there. This week's entry into room 7609 comes from Mr. Magoo, who says, "Hey ML, it's your old pal Mr. Magoo with another room 7609 suggestion. With the show's recent foray into the realm of punk and your love of a good story, it made me think of another what might have been banned with a true crime story."
Ooh.
I know you like the story behind the story, so hang on the back end. You'll hear this story about the Gits and the unfortunate demise of their front woman, Mia Zapata, a dynamic woman with a powerful, unique voice.
There are these things that I want the most, but they're usually one step furthest from my reach. Oh, but they always stand close enough to take me to the next fucking grave. 'Cause when it comes to the dust, my soul is filled with blood. Yeah, yeah. And I
Okay, so
great song.
So much for the video, but
yeah, sorry.
But no, that was kind of reminded me a little bit of Concrete Blonde. She had sort of that.
See, I think she sounds like Joan Jett. No, you don't hear it?
No, I do.
Maybe not the music, but her voice definitely did.
Yeah, no, it's that raspy, husky.
Yeah.
She's.
I had never heard of the Gits, but the Mia Zapata story I have heard of. So
okay,
what does Magoo tell us?
Here's what Magoo says: back in the early '90s, Seattle grunge movement saw the likes of Pearl Jam, Nirvana, and Soundgarden skyrocket to fame. There was another band that was on that same trajectory, but tragically never reached those heights. The Gits were a punk band that was fronted by Mia Zapata, a dynamic woman with a powerful, unique voice. And it seemed like her band was about to hit it big as they were just a few days from signing a major record deal with Atlantic Records. That is pretty big. But sadly, pen never met paper. On the night of July 7th, 1993, Mia made the fateful mistake of deciding to walk home alone from the bar. She never made it. Her body was found in a church alley. She had been savagely beaten, raped, bitten, and strangled to death. And with her body having been laid out in the position of a crucifix, there was speculation that it might have been the work of a serial killer like the Green River Killer who was active at the time. Mm-hmm. But with little for the police to go on, the investigation quickly landed in the cold case file. So Seattle's close-knit music community fought to keep interest in the case going and also to take a proactive approach to keep the women of Seattle safe. They sold CDs and held benefit concerts. They featured the previously mentioned bands to raise money, which was used to fund the Home Alive project to provide women free self-defense classes and firearms training. The funds were also used to hire a private investigator to delve into the case, but no new leads were found. Fast forward to 2013. Using a new Nobel Prize-winning DNA extraction technique, the case evidence was reprocessed, as we say in Canada, and a viable DNA sample was obtained. The sample was then entered into the Combined DNA Index System, or CODIS, which compares DNA samples linking violent serial crimes to each other and to known offenders and suspects. A year later, a match was found with a Florida man who had recently. Excuse me, let me start over. We'll fix this in post. A year later, a match was found with a Florida man who had been recently arrested for assault and armed robbery. He also had a long history of violence against women. Further investigation found that he had lived in Seattle at the time of Mia's murder, just a few blocks away from the crime scene. He was then convicted of the horrendous crime, but was sentenced to just 36 years in prison, which was the maximum allowed in Washington state at the time. But in 2021, through the intervention of the Almighty, his sentence was extended to eternal damnation into the bowels of hell.
Good.
Magoo's, we're getting after it here.
And
while Mia may have been stolen away from us, her powerful voice wasn't silenced. It lives on in the Gits music, like the posthumously released song Precious Blood, which you have just heard here in room 7609. Precious indeed, Magoo says. Peace out. Wow.
Yeah, wild story.
Magoo is not just a great artist. He's a great writer and knows a little bit about music. A true Renaissance man. So that's Precious Blood by the Gits.
Now, the big question is, did you like the song?
I did like the song.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you did, but I like the Seattle sound, obviously, because of my age more than anything, but...
Yeah, I would say that was a little more melodic than kind of distorted like a lot of the grunge stuff. I mean, it was...
You're so misinformed.
No, but I mean, it was...
a lot of melodic stuff in the Seattle sound.
Yeah, no, that's true. But when I think of that, I mean, there were a lot of guitars in it. But I mean, she really is the centerpiece of that. She drives. I can see why the Gits, didn't do anything after she was murdered. That I don't know how you'd find somebody to step in there. That's a very powerful and singular person and a powerful story. Thanks, Mr. Magoo. If you have a great story and a great song, when you can do both like Magoo just did, we love it. But we'll take one or the other with an emphasis on we love the great story. You can send your suggestion to mlsoulofdetroit@gmail.com. We love to hear from you, and, this isn't an empty threat. If you guys don't step up, then I'll pick the music.
Please, someone.
Nobody wants that. So. Max Prokop came up with our fantastic show music. He will be playing this Saturday at the Caju Cafe with the Smiths United.
Oh, all right.
It's a sold-out show. So if you know somebody who's going and they can't, or has a ticket and can't go, you might want to ask them for it because it's going to be a tough gig to make. It's Valentine's Day. So I was going to ask Erika what she's doing on Valentine's Day, but I didn't want anybody to misinterpret that. And I know she carries pepper spray.
What are you doing on Valentine's Day?
Well, I'm hoping to go to the Caju Cafe, but, you know.
Is that what Teresa wants to do?
Teresa broke her wrist.
Oh, that's right.
She's avoiding crowds because she doesn't want to get jostled, and she even skipped going to the Michigan State basketball game.
Oh.
I don't know if she thought we were going to rush the court from our seats at the top of the upper bowl, but
it was an excellent game.
It was a great second half.
Yeah, it was.
First 15 minutes especially. Great hockey this weekend. Michigan State, some epic battles. They switched positions from 1 to 2. Your Michigan State Spartans are now number 1.
Number 1 in the Big Ten, number 1 in the nation.
Watch out for Michigan.
I got to tell you, so Friday's game, you know, Spartans are up 3-1. Michigan makes a comeback, salvages a point by winning in overtime. Took the girls to the Duel in the D. First time they've ever been to a hockey game.
Wow.
And you know, God, it really puts things in perspective because I was, you know, I was invested in the game, but then
they cheer for the Spartans just to get you, right?
Char sometimes does.
Yeah. Oh, that's my girl.
But Annie's full on maize and blue. She's the best. That's why she's my favorite. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
But it puts things in perspective because honestly, the whole time was, I got a question. So I had to answer all these questions, and I don't know a lot about hockey. I know enough to answer 90% of the questions. The other 10% I just faked. But like all good parents should do, just fake the answer if you don't know it.
Yeah.
But they just loved it, and they don't know much about hockey because I don't really watch it at home because hockey is so much better in person. It's not even close. It's the only sport that is better in person by a mile.
Well,
because you get to see the whole ice, you get to see changes, you get to see everything.
Yeah,
it's easier to follow the puck.
The other thing about hockey is, and they've done studies where if you watch football, there's maybe like 10 minutes of action out of the 60 minutes on the clock. Yeah. In hockey, if the clock's running, everybody's moving. And because if there's no whistles, you could go 10 or 12 minutes without a stoppage, which means no 3.5-minute timeout like you get in football for commercials, which if you're in person, the game just flows.
Sometimes there's too much action.
Football, you're like, oh, we're stopping again. Now the guy with the red hat's on the field, and when's he going to get off? And So, yes, I agree. I guess, yes, Mark's right.
So congratulations to your Spartans. I wasn't even that mad. Although Annie was when we were leaving, she was stomping. I don't like you, Green. That's my girl.
And not just because of our mutual interest in podcasting, but I've always been a big Charlotte fan. But
she was decked out in maize and blue.
There's a lot of teams. Well, you know, you can't make green without yellow and blue. There's a lot of games left that could decide this thing. So this thing could go down.
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is they're both getting into the tournament.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. And then it really matters. I mean, sure, you're jostling for position and whatnot, but
yeah,
they're both going to be in the tournament. They're both going to make a run. Western might even make a run again. They're pretty good.
Western.
So. How cool would that be if there was Frozen 4 of Michigan State, and Western, and then everybody has to fly to Las Vegas to watch it?
It'd be like the GLI.
Why?
It would be the national
in Las Vegas? Why is the Frozen 4 in Las Vegas?
Because the rink out there where the Golden Knights play is one of the best barns.
No, that's not why. It's because it's all about money.
Oh.
As you know,
your favorite Christmas gift.
The favorite gift anytime is cash, but no, but it's like they don't. This has been the problem, and I don't think college sports is perfect. I think you know that. I have no problem with paying the players and NIL, and I just kind of laugh at the whole thing and how it's set up. However, they certainly don't care about the fans when you're putting a Frozen 4 in Las Vegas.
I don't know. I think a lot of people go to Vegas to go watch a tractor pull,
but you have to fly there. Right? Wouldn't it be better if it was New York or Chicago or
certainly it'd be closer to the hockey hotbeds. You know,
that's what I mean.
You
somewhere in the north,
right?
Northeast.
But
even DC would be acceptable to a point.
Yeah, you're probably
Boston
9 hours away from everywhere. But I don't know. I mean, I got to believe in April flights are not as expensive to Vegas as they would be other times.
Maybe not,
year.
But the point is, I think it eliminates a big portion of the fan base because you can't drive there.
Yes, but hockey fans are kind of fanatical, and they have
college fans are
smaller
too.
crowd. That's the one thing is you may see the national championship played before, I don't know, 10 or 12,000 people. I think the play-in was in Toledo last year at a pretty small rink, so you may end up with a lot of empty seats for the championship. I don't know, but hey man, I'm not Mr. Vegas. But I'm thinking of going.
All right.
And I'd love to see.
Even if if it's just Michigan.
I may offer you my tickets.
Thank you for offering me the ticket to the basketball game in East Lansing.
Oh yeah.
I might have laughed when you sent the text. Like, I ain't going there.
You would have gone home very, very happy. But yeah.
Yeah, would I though? I don't know.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean the Michigan guys were smelling themselves pretty hard. Nobody punched them. There were tunnels all over the place. They all got home alive.
By the way, the two regional sites for the Frozen Four, this is better. Albany, which is a smaller arena.
Yeah.
Worcester.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's Weston, Mass.
And Denver, University of Denver, I believe. And,
okay.
And Nebraska, I think was the other one. I don't have it listed here, but yeah.
Nebraska ain't real close to nothing. But
no.
But that's fine. They could use a little action.
I digress.
I just saw that their beloved football team was deemed to have one of the least impressive portal and recruiting seasons. Yeah, I mean they lost their quarterback, and they didn't bring in a lot of talent, so we'll see. But okay, so this is we're kind of stalling because this is where we thank our new soulmates, and there aren't any. And this is where we thank people who make a one-time donation. I do believe we have one.
Oh, really?
I think so. Oh,
yay!
And I may have blown this. This is my chance to thank a donor who gave us a one-time donation. Mark, what's your favorite color?
Can we just can you thank him next week?
We could, but
with all the other people that donate next week.
Well, that's right. I don't want him to get lost in the crowd. If somebody stepped up in our hour of need, this seems like something we should definitely acknowledge at the risk of dragging the show on interminably. But yes, we want to thank.
Great job killing time there. Brilliant.
Keith for a one-time donation. He says, this $20 to keep Windsor away.
Oh.
Keep up with the great work, ML and Mark. Love, Keith Brohl. Oh, no, we know that's
Windsor away.
That's not true. Everybody loves Sean. Even Keith. In fact, Keith, when Sean gets back, we're going to invite you to come in studio and share that heartfelt sentiment in person.
Exactly.
So, and I'm looking at where Keith lives. It's not a threat. But Sean might be able to pick him up on the way here.
Oh, really? Okay.
They could have a lovely chat on the drive, which when I went to visit Sean a couple weeks ago, he's like, yeah, when you go home, you should drive the way I drive to the studio. You go this way, and then you take that, and you cross over that, and you can loop back on that, and you can take a left on that. I'm like, dude, I'm just going to do GPS. I can't
just Waze it.
Mm-hmm. If I didn't have GPS, I wouldn't be able to get out of your driveway. And I think he wanted me to appreciate, what a convoluted route it is that he takes you every week. And I said, yeah, you win, but we hope that he'll be taking it again real soon. Yeah. So, and we do have a little bit of feedback from Kurt. Kurt says, hey, ML. Mark, I think it's understood. This A1 investigative reporting in today's journal is a must-read. He's referring to the Wall Street Journal last week. The level of scams by Trump, his adult kids, including Barron, the Kushners, and the Witkoffs over the last year is breathtaking. I'm not taking a dig at your career, but it makes the Kilpatrick and Detroit air scandals look juvenile. I don't use this word lightly. What even is treason anymore? Meanwhile, the masses are focused on some true crime podcast, Missing Old Lady in Arizona.
Guilty.
He's a paywall-free link if you don't have a subscription. And the headline in the Wall Street Journal is, one generation runs the country, the next cashed in on crypto.
Is this about the Saudi or the Emirates?
Sons of the top Trump administration officials made billions for their families, but their investors don't always fare so well. It's by Angus Berwick and Elliot Brown. So
basically the crypto company that the sons run, but Trump is invested in, accepted $500 million from the Emirates.
Yeah.
And then what do you know? I think a couple days later, maybe a week later, then President Trump then announces that they're going to be eligible to buy AI chips, because those are pretty coveted right now in developing countries that have a lot of money. And I don't much. By the way, why do we control who they get to sell to? I mean, I would think
because I think we own 10% or 25% of the chip makers. Remember,
NVIDIA? We do.
Not NVIDIA. I think it's the other one.
You're right. Intel. I think.
Intel.
So yeah. So it feels like a quid pro quo. My problem with it is and I'm not that. Look, hypocrisy is always there, especially in the world of politics. People, like we were just talking about earlier, people get outraged about one thing but not the other thing if it fits, their belief system. It's like, if this was any other president, people would be losing their shit.
Oh, well, I mean, how much did we hear about the Biden crime family when it really kind of came down to Hunter had a sweetheart deal with China and the Ukraine, and his brother was, pimping the name out. This is all the Trump kids. This is Kushner. This is all kinds of people. And again, I'm not saying what the Biden family did was right, but a lot of people on the right made a hell of a lot of noise about it. And ain't nobody saying nothing on the right about what the Trump family's doing. Trump pardoned a drug-dealing president of Honduras, I think. He pardoned a crypto billionaire who I think may be involved in one of these crypto things. Again, I mean, I think this show, while we tend not to take political positions, I think we've come down pretty hard on the pardon power being abused by Republicans and Democrats and anybody in the White House. But, let's be fair, people. If you didn't like the last guys getting over and using their connections to get rich, you shouldn't like the other guys. I mean, that's just when this country says if my guy does it, it's okay, but the other guy's bad.
I don't get that.
Then we're gone, folks. It's just we gotta have a center somewhere where we can stand, and the left is on everybody's left and the right is on everybody's right, and we can all agree on that. But it seems like our biases blind us. No surprise there, but a huge disappointment. Yeah. So, Kurt, I haven't read it. I've heard these things. I've seen a lot of headlines. I'll check it out, but I would encourage folks to take a look at it. And if you agree, that's great. If you don't, that's your choice. But anybody enriching themselves by their position, there's a word for that. It's scumbag. Is that 2 words?
That's every president, but yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it. Please send us your feedback, your criticisms, your comments, your compliments, if you got one somewhere in there, to mlsoulofdetroit@gmail.com. And we haven't asked people to rate the show in a while. We have like over 600 5-star ratings. It would be great if on whatever platform you're listening to the show, you give us a 5-star rating. And then if you want to kick us in the nuts, go ahead. But
review it. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Be gracious with your rating, and then be ruthless with your comments if that's how you're doing it.
With your hating.
Oh, we'll have that one worked out by next week. Yeah, we're going to workshop that one. So, Marc, and anything else on your agenda?
No,
that's
we're
it?
Good. Yeah.
You're getting ready for the big show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know him. You love him. Drew Lane will be coming up later today. We appreciate you checking us out this week. Have a great Valentine's Day. Erika, was a treat to have her back. Hopefully we'll have her back again soon. And, of course, we miss Sean terribly. If you got some good vibes to send out there, send them his way. He's a great guy, and we'll never tell him that when he gets back in the studio. And because he's Sean, that means he'll never hear it because he don't listen to the show. Just give us a download, big fella. Just put it on while you're falling asleep. Just throw us that little bone. Yet another forlorn wish from a heartbroken host. And until next week, we ask our friend Cyrus to take us out.
Can you dig that?
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Captain, radar has reported
John Windsor.
Estimated time of arrival 17 minutes.
A race against time at the top of the world.
Estimated time of arrival 9 minutes.
Rock Hudson.
M.L. Elric. Mark Fellhauer.
And Jim Brown.
Time of arrival 2 minutes.
Fighting 2 enemies. The one they can see and the one that they can't.
the soul of Detroit.